Hello and welcome. I am Stacey Thomas, author, ALS advocate, film producer, and talk show host. I'm here to motivate, educate, and entertain. Join me on YouTube every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Stacey Thomas Talk Show, where we have powerful discussions centered around health, relationship, careers, and everyday conversation. Follow me on Facebook, I am Stacey Thomas, on Instagram, Stacey Thomas Talk Show. And don't forget, I can promote you too. Email me at iamstaceythomas@gmail.com. Now, it's time for the show. Hey, everybody. I'm your host. I am Stacey Thomas. And you can, as you can see now, you can not only, look at me, you have more than one way of watching or listening to the Stacey Thomas Show. We are now on WYAD. I'm getting it together. WYAD 94.1 out of Mississippi. And you can also access the radio show online. I will post that for you. Tonight, we have the opportunity of bringing another awesome guest on. She's from Richmond, Virginia. I've interviewed her before. This will be a more in-depth interview. Hello.
Hello.
Angela Canty-Ingram. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, Stacey.
You're very welcome, sweetheart. You're doing some great things, and you're up there in Richmond. You've created an awesome podcast. Tell us the name of it, please.
I've got something to say.
I've got something to say. And before we even get into that, I got to tell you, I got to say this. You've been a nurse for 38 years.
Yes.
Okay. So you make a career out of nursing.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've transitioned. Have you transitioned totally from healthcare to podcasting, or are you doing both?
Well, the nursing I had to take an abrupt stop to because I lost vision in my right eye.
Okay.
2 years ago, 2 days before Christmas, 2 years ago. And could no longer be a nurse. I felt effectively. I didn't want to try to do that with, someone's life in my hands.
Yes,
they didn't tell me I couldn't. I just made that decision. Now, I'm not sure that I won't try to do something in the medical field again in the future, because God has been showing me things. I tell you, I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and when I was leaving St. Mary's, a young man was coming in, and he had on scrubs, and he was using the white stick. And I was like, okay, God, I know you saying something to me, because I have my white stick and it's folded up and it's in the corner because I refuse to even look at it. And here you showing me this guy, he get ready to go in here and pull him a whole shift. It's not holding him back or anything from doing what he has been given to do. So I'm like, okay, well, we're going to address that later, God. Okay, we're going to talk about that.
Do you love nursing?
I do. I do. Yes. I started out as a nursing assistant at 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, if you choose to go back, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that will appreciate that and be happy to see you. We have Cyrus Webb. I'm wondering, look at Stacey being nosy. Cyrus Webb, hello to my publicist. Angela, Cyrus wants you to know he'll be emailing you on tomorrow.
Oh, okay, Cyrus. So I can stop bugging him. Okay.
Hello, Sharon Matthews. Thank you for watching. So, Angela, where did the podcasting idea come from? Where did the desire to create a podcast come from?
I didn't have the desire. The idea actually came from my daughter, because I was always on Facebook being very vocal about politics, just about anything that was on my mind. Like the title says, I have something to say. So I would say it. And at the time, I was helping a girlfriend manage her music production management company and whatnot. And I just wasn't feeling fulfilled in that position. And my daughter was like, Mama, I'm just really sick of it. So I'm taking you somewhere to utilize what you're supposed to be doing. I'm
Okay.
like, so she's like, I want you to make a video. Just do a video and just say what you got to say. Just do a video. Act like you're on a show. Just do a video. So
Okay.
I did that, and she took me to a studio to meet a young man and whatnot. And he listened to about 2 seconds and turned it off. And he was like, "So what day you want your show to be?" And I was like, "Huh?"
Would
I
that
was like,
would that be Greg?
"Yes, Greg Hall.
Greg Hall.
Yes, a BigTyme Entertainment
I,
Network. Yes."
I've got to give him a shout out. Greg Hall. Um, woo, it's been over 7 years. Um, 7 or 8 years. Greg, I was a new author, and Greg invited me on his show. And it was the first radio show that I'd gone on. And
Mhm.
Greg spoke some very nice things. And that he's just one of those people I'll never forget,
Right.
because he didn't know me. Stacy did
Mhm.
not have a huge following. And he brought me on on his show.
He's awesome. He poured into me because,
He
like I
did.
said, this was not anything that was on my radar. I was
Wow.
sitting at home, eating snacks, watching TV, fussing on Facebook, and I was fine. I was fine in my little circle. I was
Okay.
good.
Okay. So with that being said, tell us what is if you had to sell your show,
Mhm.
what would you say if I walked up to you and I said, "Well, what exactly is your show about? What is it?"
My show is about politics, a portion, politics
Okay.
about how it affects our community. And when
Okay.
we say our, the majority, the community of people of color,
Okay. Okay.
although it is affecting all people. And
Right.
I acknowledge that and I address that. But my passion is people of color because we have been oppressed for so long
Okay.
and have had to fight so long. So, of course, I'm going to definitely look out for my people. So, a
Okay.
portion is that. Then, a portion is about relationships, all kinds of relationships, be it
Okay.
paternal, maternal, marriage, whatever. Um, Trying to get it right,
Trying to get it
seeing
right.
how seeing how we can get back to the way it used to be.
Oh wow, I love it. So
Mhm.
your show, excuse me, your show, is it solo, meaning is it just you or do you bring on guests? How does this
I
work?
bring on I bring it's both. Some
Okay.
some weeks it may just be me, and some weeks it may be a guest.
Okay. One of
Mhm.
the things, I think talking about relationships is a great thing. I think there's a large audience for that. Politics, there's a large audience for that.
Mhm.
However, when you get into politics, a lot of times there are people that won't like what you say.
Yes.
And with you being very honest about what you speak about with politics, is there ever a time that you worry that your show will be shut down or you will get backlash?
Um, I am starting to be concerned about that, and I've started to pull back a little bit because I don't want to bring problems to the network, to
Okay.
Greg, or to myself.
Okay.
So I'm starting to um, do a little less of the politics,
Okay.
but still bringing what my people need to know, but not so much being so brutal about it
Okay.
because I don't want any problems. And I know now that this administration, they're playing chess, not checkers as well.
Right. Right. I get it.
Mhm.
In a place where we at one time we could say what we wanted to say. Um,
Right.
Now sometimes we have to kind of say, is that something I want to say out loud? Or But I'm thankful for people like you. There are newscasters now that you really will say what you think should be said. We can only hope
Mhm.
that freedom of the right to speak continues. Your show
Exactly.
tackles headlines, politics, and everyday life from what you're telling me. So, with everything going on,
Yes.
how does Angela stay sane? How does Angela not let what she hears on the news drain her or depress her?
Um, well, for one, my main thing is I pray.
Okay, okay, I love
I stay in the word.
it. I know
So
that's right.
so that is my constant renewal there. And then I make sure I take time for myself. I will tell you, and this is going to tickle you. I had gone to a retreat with my daughter, a weekend retreat,
Okay,
and we were eating afterwards, and I met this gorgeous man,
gorgeous
gorgeous,
man.
gorgeous
Okay,
man, girl.
okay,
So we exchanged information, and just so happened he happened to work for the cybersecurity administration for the US.
okay.
So we spoke maybe about twice, and it fizzled. And I can only imagine it fizzled because he saw my podcast.
Angela, hello to Wanda Parker. Thank you for watching. Angela, do you think that? Do you think that's what it was?
I believe so. I
You
believe
know,
I believe he figured I would become a liability.
you know, I remember growing up, and I hope no one gets mad at me for saying this, but we all have things that go on in our families, people that do things. And I
Mhm.
remember my father cracking a joke one time when I was younger. He says, "Well, Stacy, you'll never be able to go in the FBI. Why? I don't have a criminal record." He says, "You're not going to be able to go because of some of the people you're related to." So I get it,
Mhm.
Angela. He
Yeah.
couldn't he couldn't bring you to dinner, Angela. No, you talking about everybody too. He couldn't bring you to a big dinner party.
No.
Did it make you think, Angela? Did you want to say, maybe I need to leave politics alone?
No.
No, no.
No. No. Um, I was telling my daughter about it because she kept asking me, "Well, did he call? Did he call you back?" And I was like, "No."
Oh,
I said, "And you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna say what's on my mind, you
right,
know? No, I'm so sorry. That's his loss. He
right.
lost a good woman. Oh, well."
I know that's right. That goes back to
Yeah.
people will say, like, if you're with somebody and they ask you to stop what you're doing, how can you really expect me to stop doing what I love, what my passion is,
Right,
What
right.
advice going back to, because you seem very passionate about this and you say you love being a nurse. What advice would you give to someone who's been at a job for 30 years, 38 years?
Mhm.
They decide they want something different. What advice would you give them as far as reinventing themselves?
Well, first I would say it's okay. People will probably look at you like you're crazy or tell you
Right.
it's
Mhm.
stupid. What's wrong with you? You almost at retirement. What are you thinking about? It's okay.
Okay. I love it.
It's
I love it.
okay to do something new.
Right.
We are a book. We have many chapters in us. It's up to us if we want to write them or not.
I love it. I love it. You're right. When I turned 50, a little few years before I turned 50, I was thinking I was starting something new, totally different. And I said, I don't know about this. And someone said to me, well, nothing's wrong with starting something new the second half of your life. He said,
Right.
granted, you may not have as long as you had the first half of your life, but why not start something the second half of your life that makes you happy? Hmm.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. And at the end, who's keeping score?
Right, right.
We
And
won't be here to know.
that's right. That's right. You also have a blog. Tell us
I
about that.
do. It's called Keeping It Transparent, Honey Bunny.
Okay. Why that title?
Um, because on my blog, I just want to say any and everything um abruptly,
Okay.
um, not looking for the right words,
Okay.
not trying to be prim or proper.
Okay.
Um, it might even say it's about a I hate to say a sexual encounter because I would never talk about a sexual encounter, but um intimacy. That's the word I'm
Intimacy.
looking for.
Okay.
Intimacy. It may
Well,
go there, but just pop something that just pops into your mind,
right.
you know.
It almost sounds like what I'm doing here. I say what I want to say. I don't have anything to prove to anybody. I
Right.
giggle, I laugh, and we get in some deep conversations depending on the guests that we have on this show. So sounds like, tell me the title again. Tell us the title again.
Keeping it transparent, honey bunny.
And that's actually not just a blog where someone, so that blog is also like a show, I guess, with the SU.
It's just me and it's
Okay.
just a few minutes and
Is
I
it on
just pop.
YouTube?
Hmm?
Is it on YouTube?
No, it's on Facebook.
On Facebook?
I was just a video that I post on Facebook. I haven't
Okay.
really launched it to YouTube or anything because I'm still playing with it, just seeing just how it's going to manifest itself.
Okay. How
Hmm.
what kind of guests are you looking for
On the
to come
vlog
on your
or
podcast?
on the podcast,
Uh-huh.
anybody. I am
Anybody?
open to anybody. Yes.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay. And your target audience, who do you think? Have you figured out your target audience yet?
Um, no, because I have my topics have been music, relationship, politics. So the audience is so wide right now. Um, I really haven't, gotten it into a base yet.
Right, right.
Hmm.
What are you looking for um as far as your talk show? What do you see yourself? Where do you want to see yourself in a year, 2 years?
I want to develop the skills to be able to take my podcast on the road.
Okay,
That's what I
okay.
want to do.
On the
Hmm.
road. Okay.
Hmm.
I
And
love
and be able to um, tape it from different places.
that. Sounds nice. It
Hmm.
sound like Stacey Thomas. I love going out and talking to people. So when people say your name 10 years from now, right?
Yes.
We know you're a nurse, you have your
Hmm.
blog, you have your
Hmm.
podcast. What is it if someone talks about you 10 years from now? What is it that you want them to say when they describe you?
That I made a difference in the community, that I made an impact, that I helped feed the homeless. I helped get more shelters open in in Richmond, Virginia, and surrounding counties. Uh,
Wow.
any and everything that helps our community. Um, more career education for students coming out of high school that aren't going to college, to keep them off the streets and out of gangs and not being statistics where mothers and fathers are burying them.
Wow. That's awesome. How would you describe success at this stage in your life? Because I mean, I'm looking at you. I'm not saying you're not in your 40s, but you worked as a nurse for 38 years. At this
Mhm,
stage in our life right now, how do
mhm.
you define success?
Well, I will be 58 this year,
Hmm.
and
Black don't
um,
count. Was that nice, Stacy? No offense to anyone. Go ahead. You look good, sister. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. If you had asked me this 2 years ago, I don't know that I have anything positive to say because I was going through a divorce and building my life over again. But today I can say success is being at peace for me. I'm at peace. Everything that I need that I have. My wants don't really matter. But everything that I need, I have. Um, I'm able to help somebody. I may not be able to help all the people that I want to help, but I'm helping somebody each and every day.
Wow, I love it. I want to ask you a couple questions.
Okay.
Um, well, this has been full of questions, but some maybe fun questions. Finish this sentence for me. I've got something to say
Love.
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 Okay. And who's the guest that you would love to interview on your show?
Ooh, that's how I would love to be on my show. Gotta pick one.
One. Okay, you can pick two.
Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama. Why?
Mhm. Because I think that I feel like I could get my questions answered about relationships. I'm a paralegal, but I've never worked as a paralegal, but I hold a degree. So I
Okay.
could get my career questions about that from her.
Okay.
Um, s- just questions about what it is to be a phenomenal woman. I consider her a phenomenal woman.
Wow. You have a second one?
Oh, so, hmm. And this question shouldn't be hard, Stacey. See,
That's okay. You don't have to give a second one. We can go with
can we circle back around to that?
okay. So let's go this one word that describes your energy.
Oh, um, firecracker.
I love it. Firecracker. Obviously a firecracker with the topics
Got
that
that
you
now.
have
I
been
got the song in my head now.
talking. What song?
That's a firecracker.
I love that firecracker. So
Mhm.
we got the podcast. What's coming up next? Do we have anything coming up?
Well, a new media consultant with Swag Her, so I've got to get in
Congratulations.
there. Thank you. So I've got to get that under my belt and learn the ins and outs of that. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on in the midst of doing these two things.
Okay. And that's a
Mhm.
great group. I'm a media personality myself, and that's Swagher, SWAGHER. Don't put a space in between it, people. Don't put a space in between it. Fancy the CEO is great over there. Jamel, he's great. You're gonna meet some interesting people dealing with Swagger. You're gonna meet some very interesting females who are true bosses in what
Yes.
they do. How do we follow you?
You can follow me on Facebook, Angela Canty-Ingram. You can follow me on the Facebook page for the podcast, which is I've Got Something to Say podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And for guests, if there's someone that wants to be interviewed on your platform, they have a topic they want to talk about with you, do
Mhm.
they hit you up on Facebook?
Sure. Yeah. They can DM me on either one of those platforms.
Either
Hmm.
one of those platforms.
Yeah.
And say that title of that blog one more time for me.
Keep it transparent, honey bunny.
I keep giggling. I love it. I love it. Angela, until next time, sweetheart, thank you for coming on the show, and I am wishing you the very best.
Thank you, Stacey. I appreciate you.
Thank you too. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. Remember to follow Angela Canty. You see the Facebook page on here, and remember, I always like to tell people, don't stress too much about yesterday or worry too much about tomorrow, because if we do, We just might miss living today. Everybody have a great evening.